Good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning. It has been an incredibly busy week with honey and babies and just the joys of running a plumbing business, which not everybody knows about. Quick thought. Next week, I am going to complete my top 10 list of the best and the worst. And so that'll be fun as a recap. The worsts are obviously Mr. Gordon of the Space Knight, and then I did throw Terrence under the bus. Obviously, my thoughts, not yours. And then some of the best out there were Mechanical Hub. They do a great job, and I do mean they. They are a group of three. Fabulous job. Of course, there's Robbie out there in Pemberton. I think he does it right. Clashes with lots of people, but I certainly understand that. And then Tyler Dines, again, I was at the Modern Hydronics Conference, and they won the best residential install. I don't remember which one it was, but just proof that he's part of the community, does a great job. He's fairly low key. He's not out there spouting opinions. He's just doing his job and doing it well. That's the subject of what I wanted to sort of touch on today. There's been lots of conversation about education and how important the education is. And I would agree that the education, the level needs to be like, there can't be any wavering of what the standard is to be a certified journey person. I hate that word, journeyman or journeywoman. I'm not using person in this trade. They can't. There can't be any minimizing that or reducing that to help the numbers. I think that will be disastrous. I think that's proved disastrous. That's what I hear from everybody that I talk to in places like Arizona, Florida, California, where anybody can be certified within basically 2 weeks, and within a year they are running their own company. I think that is absolutely a disaster. It is a disaster. No one can tell me or prove to me otherwise. The best thing, and everybody knows how much I hate the government. The best thing that the Canadian government has done, and they better not mess with it, is the fact that we are standardized from coast to coast, from Vancouver to the Bay of Fundy. Sure. Anybody that calls themselves a red sealed tradesman has taken at least 4 years of school, and now that's 3 months at a time. So a year of school, and every year is between 1,500 and 1,800 hours in order to get that certification. And it's a fairly rigorous process. Now, anybody can cheat the system. There's no doubt about that. But the fact that that's in place is a testament to the strength of our trade. And I think part of the reason that there's only 16,000 certified plumbers in Canada. And now you can fact check me on that, but that is according to the Government of Canada's own website. I'm not pulling that number out of my backside to make myself feel better. Those are the numbers. The difference maker, and this is going to sound cocky and have hubris attached to it for sure, and I can take the heat. Don't worry about me. The reason that I have been as successful as I have been, have the confidence that I have, and the ability to fix the things that if we can't do it, it can't be done. And that's a serious statement. We have done big, small, little, it doesn't matter. And the reason for that is because of the experiences that I was able to get, the education that I was able to obtain with my father. He was a fabulous teacher. He was the embodiment of what it meant, in my mind, to be a tradesman and to pass on the legacy. Now, he did not want me to be a tradesman. In fact, he was disappointed when I quit university or started my computer programming to a diploma, not a degree. I got a diploma. I'm not here to make false statements. But once I got that, I went back into the plumbing trade and started. And he was not. He's like, dude, it's a rough road. And I think that was, I mean, came from a place, he was genuine about it. He was concerned about it. He wanted the best for his kids, just like I want the best for mine. But, and it, between whatever you want to call it, 1960 and 1990, it was it was a rough place to be a tradesman. Like, it was rugged and rough and disrespected. I mean, it still is, but in the last 5 years, it's coming around. But I learned from him that I could do anything if I put my mind to it. Now, that seems cliche and dumb and whatever, but that is the absolute truth. He put me in circumstances and situations where I had to stretch my brain, I had to stretch my muscles, in order to get the job done. And I can't remember who I was talking to. I think it was at oh my goodness. Anyway, the high that you chase as a tradesman, in my mind, and it's a high, it's the dopamine hit, is going in and fixing something that no one else can fix, or doing a job that no one else can do. And if you don't think that I get a massive high out of doing these big boiler jobs and having a host of tradesmen come after me and tell me that I'm lying or I don't know what I'm doing, it is a fabulous feeling to know that right here that I've done it. And the best part about it is now my boys are doing it. And they are both 27 and 25 and have just started out in this trade. And frankly, I could die tomorrow and Baker Plumbing would be in good hands. I mean, there would be some, hand wringing and worrying, as there should be. This is a stressful job. You are dealing with people's environments, and they trust you to make sure that the equipment that you're working on is safe and effective. Safe and effective. You'll never be able to say that in this generation without it bringing back trauma from 2020. Anyway, if you're in this trade and you're looking to get to the next level, and you're in Canada, anywhere, I would encourage you to move to a state that and I'm speaking, just I don't know this stuff, but Baltimore or Maryland, New Jersey, was it Boston? Not Boston. Boston, Maryland, right? Anyway, it seems to me that the Upper East Coast has it figured out. As far as tradesmen are concerned, they have their system. Your ticket means something. It's worthwhile. I know Illinois is good. Anyway, that's where you should go, and you should get the best education you can, and then you should find someone that challenges you to be better, to do things that you have never done before, so that you can gain those experiences and become the best version of yourself. That is the only way that this works. And again, I can't remember maybe it was the mulleted plumber, where we were talking about education. And I'm like, education is important, but experience is the difference maker. I know lots of plumbers that went to school and all the rest of that stuff, and all they can do is clean drains. There's nothing wrong with that. But when they see, I mean, one of my favorite stories is I hired a journeyman plumber who had 5 or 6 years of experience, and we were doing a boiler build in a custom home, and I left him with the indirect hot water tank to hook up. His very first day. I'm like, okay, bro, I need this hooked up. The boiler's just about done, but we're running this, blah, blah. Anyway, I left him at like 8:30 in the morning, came back at 2 in the afternoon to see how he was doing, and he hadn't finished it yet. I'm like, Bud, what are you doing? What is going on? Well, I've never done a hot water tank before. I'm like, dude, you're a journeyman plumber, a master plumber. He went off. I fired him that day, and he went down to City Hall and got his master's ticket and started his own business. I'm like, dude, and I've never heard of him since. I don't know what happened to that dude. His name is Roger. I won't give him his last name. He may be still around. Anyway, terrible. I don't know how you can claim to be a plumber and have your education and 6 years into it and not know how to install an indirect hot water tank. And that is his own fault. It is your responsibility as a tradesman to get the experiences that you need and that are important. I'm telling you, it is critical to your, if you want to make the big bucks, if you want to be successful, if you want to, whatever, if you want to live on a big ranch and have 5 kids and, do the things that coincide with that, then you need to get the experiences and be willing to take the risks. As usual, those are my thoughts and not yours. Lining up a couple more interviews. They should be good. It's going well. Hope things are going well in your life. Get out there and get some experiences. Those things don't just happen organically. You have to go and find them. And the truth of the matter is I have created those same scenarios that my dad created for me, for my own boys, which is, and they will, if you talk to them, they will absolutely admit it being stressed out beyond belief about situations that I've put them in and said, figure it out, man. Call me. Let me know. And we walk through a couple of things and then they do it. And they've made mistakes and things have gone sideways, but they've learned from those lessons. And that's what this whole thing is about. Learning from your mistakes, becoming a better, more skilled, more experienced tradesman. If you don't, which is, again, why I rail against people that are like, oh, you just take this stupid test and you're a plumber. Welcome to the club. Oh, and here's my t-shirt. You want to buy my t-shirt or you want to buy some? Actually, I give away my t-shirts. If you want to, join the t-shirt club, you can sell somebody else's t-shirt. I don't know why I find that so funny, but I do. Like, you're selling somebody else's merch because you can't do it yourself, because you're such a blob of an individual with no personality, with nothing, no charisma, nothing unique about yourself. So you got to sell somebody else's crap, right? Like, it's crazy to me that is where we're at. Here, let me sell you somebody else's shit. I'm trying to swear less. It's not going that well. I'll be perfectly honest. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, I appreciate everybody. I do. The good and the bad are all experiences that help me sharpen my mind, my wit, and my experiences to try and be the best version of myself. That is it. Have a fabulous day. Those are my thoughts and not yours from the barn. It's Bob Baker. He's out.